to write on your screens. Victory tonight would send them to the top of the group and guarantee their place in the semi-finals. It will also announce them as genuine contenders for the trophy. They have pursued through 6 previous final appearances. Vietnam, while they remain unbeaten, yet to concede, are under pressure. Defending champions arriving into this contest at a pivotal moment. Win, and they regain control of their destiny. Lose, that defense of their title left hanging by a thread. Clock with the header. That's collected in midfield by Le Pham Tan Long. Indonesia, the tournament's most prolific attack against Group A's only unbreached defence. Two sides left in the competition yet to concede a goal. The ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026. What a wonderful tournament this is. Together, the region's best nations, bringing all these rivalries together. ASEAN's greatest event. Clock. There's no whistle from the referee. So Risky Widow decided to just put it out so that Tom Hay could receive some. Whistle and all that as well. This is stage 4. In Group A, as we have a look at Jonathan Coleman, 51-year-old, celebrating his birthday on the 19th. So before Indonesia's opening match in the ASEAN Hyundai Cup. It's just the 7th game as head coach of Indonesia since being appointed in January. First once and won 5. Indonesia has conceded twice since he has come in. He spoke a lot, John Redmond, about how he views this fixture as an opportunity to take control of the group. Stressed adaptability over the pursuit of a perfect performance. So for them, it's about looking for that victory, no matter what the performance is like. And there's no shame in that. None at all at this level. All about seeing if you can get the result, especially in these conditions. Which is the structure of the competition. A real test of the fitness and conditioning levels, and also a challenge for the coaches as well, and a test of their ability to make good use of their squads, which is why we've seen that many changes from both these sides. This isn't very good news for Indonesia if Tom Hay is unable to continue. He's been so impressive for Indonesia. Such a reliable player for them. He's got an excellent goal from a free kick against Timor-Leste. Formation graphics that were given to us. We're looking at a 3-4-3 against a 3-4-3. It'll be fascinating to see two sides stack up against each other in that regard. Kanjo. Oh, good. Indonesia.
dan minuman tadi. Sebelumnya, bahkan ketika Indonesia kalah
Berjer kali ini
Vietnam with a header away from danger. As expected, the state of the game as it is. Vietnam with that goal, just sit on it and be patient. Bring Indonesia that possession, so those numbers will change on the stats. Jenner. Baker with the run inside. Just had his angles closed off by Wintancho. It's been an excellent start to his international career from Mitchell Baker. And his third international cap for Indonesia. He already has 4 goals. Kicked out by Kutan Tikas, a player that Vietnam's defence have to watch. Absolute giant in attack as well, but he's got that mobility. Here he is, he's hanging off that shoulder. The last defender. Constantly looking to make runs in behind as Baker. It's part of what makes him so dangerous as a striker. It's broken for Vietnam there though. Wing Tyler. Kaptan Long. Tam Chen Man. Vinh Van Veen. Almost a mistake on that pass from Vinh Tan Chong, but there was enough to get it back to Patrick Lechan. Winders to Amat. Indonesia opened their campaign here in Bogor with a 5-1 victory against Cambodia. And that win away to Timor-Leste. Vietnam, perfect start for the tournament for them. Away to Timor-Leste, a 7-0 win, and then a frustrating draw at home to Singapore. Amat. Okay. It's come off the head of Baker. A lovely ball through from Le Pham Tan Long. And the space here for Win Hai Long to exploit. It's Win Hai Long! And another for Vietnam! On the break! An excellent goal. Look at this pass in behind from Le Pham Tan Long. And the quality on this finish from Win Hai Long. Just catches out Nadeo at his near post. Once again, opened up the body, but then closed it at the right time to get the finish. Oh, wow. Winata has kept 3 clean sheets in 13 ASEAN Championship appearances. He helped Indonesia to the 2020 ASEAN Championship final and 2022 ASEAN Championship semi-final. He's seen himself beaten by 2 early goals in the 6th and 15th minute of this match. Perfectly played by Vietnam. Getting an early goal has certainly changed the complexion of this match. It's allowed them to play in this setup where they just sit and hit on the break. It's a long way to go in this one, but they are playing really well. Blueprint for how you can play at a high level away from home under pressure. Tam Chen Man. So he wasn't pleased at all. He was looking very frustrated in that match against Singapore. If not more joy from Kim Sang-sik, sitting on the sidelines. Vietnam has this looking to win consecutive titles for the first time. It did that. It's a speed on the break. That's really hurting Indonesia. No control of the transitions at the moment. A cross played in, flicked away by Rodi Amat. Herman was sitting in the stands, trying to get a better view. He's back down into the technical area. Things need to change for the home side. Sherman. This is the thing about Vietnam. Composed defensively, and they show so much discipline and control and patience to wait for the right opportunities to attack, but they are also such a good side in possession. Touch on. That's Jenner. It's closed down rapidly. The two white shirts. Then was Win Tai Lok. Slide it in for Mariano Rodriguez. Starting the pressure before going long. Mark Brent there. Across quickly. Let's go forward. To Rania Norabanya. He's the one for deep. From Shane Patinama. Taking the balls from the crowd already. Linked up with Donny Pamungkas. Patinama on the left-hand side of that back three. Fighting to get forward. His 15th appearance for Indonesia. Developed at Ajax and then Utrecht. Played in Norway and Belgium, and a short spell in Buriram last year after joining in July, but left to sign for Persija in January of this year. His first ASEAN Championship, Shane Patinama. Gives it away. Chance for Indonesia to break. At speed, Baker heels off. That's a great challenge from Vietnam. Eyes on the ball all the way through. Not easy for defenders in those situations when you've got the pace of the attacker coming at you. You're having to backpedal. Time the challenge well. Van V. Win Hai Long. Both of Vietnam's goals coming from down that left-hand side. Le Van Tan Long. Jong, 28-year-old. Good appearances for him this evening. For Vietnam, he's such a strong, aggressive central defender, but also good in the ball, good on the ball and good in the air. You see it there, they're quite happy to step on the ball and ask Indonesia to come out and press, play through. Win Tai Lok. Don't do it. Shall's taking a deflection. Last touch is of Rizky Ridho. Good, making his 24th ASEAN Championship appearance. Last time he scored a goal for Vietnam was in the game against Malaysia, 27th of December 2022. Such a key player for Vietnam since his debut against the Arab Emirates in November of 2019. He's taking his time to go across, deliver this corner. It's movement towards the near post. It's taken low. Tai Lok goes down, looking for a penalty. He's not interested in appeals, he stays down. One with it back, thanks to Lepantan Long. It's been walked up. Good shot, it's on target. Here, makes the save. Give him a chance to make that. Wintan Long is eventually back up on his feet. Jenner, on to clock. There's a movement in front of him. Passing lanes, all channels closed off. And that's midfield line as well. Vietnam stepping out, but his place is covered by Lepantan Long. Understanding. It's going to be a free kick here though, for the home side. Long with the foul on Noli Pamungkas. He's gone down. Long once again. Doesn't look like he's going to ask for any treatment. Just been a bit of a coming together further up the pitch earlier. He's looking for that penalty. Their defensive line high. Asian attackers currently standing in an offside position. Flat delivery from Noli Pamungkas. Okay. Risky. Patinama with the flick on. Vietnam wasn't taking any chances. Looks like the flag has gone up for offside anyway. Shane Patinama. Pretty sharp at the back. Vietnam. Hanoi FC Youth Product, who has made the switch to their rivals, Gangnam Hanoi in September 2023. Struck the air. Middle of the game. It's got solid physicality. Smart. Risky Rido. Fantastic story, by the way, Risky Rido. Journey that it's been for him. As we have a look at the possession numbers again, 50% for Indonesia. 2 attempts, 1 on target so far. Jenner. It's a loose touch by Noli Pamungkas. Lepantan Long. There's a look over his shoulder. That spots Eliano Reinders, takes it away from him and keeps a hold of possession for the away side. An issue for Vietnam, and you can see what that issue is. Definitely needs to get that sorted out. Baker. Have to do your job, and he has done. Something that happens. A few words of advice for Eliano Reinders. John heard And here's a look at that goal. Once more, that triangle down that left. In high long. Handuk with that touch. Lovely pass into Win van Vie, who almost ran along that defensive line to keep himself onside. It's great awareness to pick out that gap as well at the near post. It's a smart finish. Win van Vie, that was in the 6th minute. Vietnam just set back then, and then they hit Indonesia on the break here with their second goal in the 15th minute. Win Hai Long scoring his 6th international goal and showing excellent composure. It's the kind of composure they failed to show in that game against Singapore. That must have been the message from Kim Sang-sik, saying that this is a side that's well capable of creating opportunities. They've shown that throughout his time in charge. It's just about making sure that they put those away, a point for the badge to say that they are the champions, as they are one of the favourites to go on and win it again, to try and retain the title. Skirito having a word with the referee. He's going back to his journey, which began in the narrow streets and alleys of Surabaya, before he made those visits to watch Persebaya when his father inspired his dream of becoming a professional. His father also instilled a discipline that still defines his football, a strict 9 p.m. curfew, designed to teach him the importance of rest and recovery in his younger days. Now 24, Skirito has developed into such a wonderful player for Indonesia. And it's so important as well that in their strategy and how they build the setup, build a squad, that they have homegrown players who can come through and make a big contribution. That is important for the youth of the country as well. This clock. Skirito, such an inspiring story for young Indonesian footballers out there. Captain of Indonesia. Back to Donny Tripamungkas. There's the captain. And there's Hay. Decent delivery. Baker diving to meet that. That's hooked clear by Pham Xuan Man. Whip on that cross by Tom Hay. And again, the professor puts another one into the box. And again, it's Pham Xuan Man, who isn't the tallest. He's got good timing in the air. Means that cross sends it away. Hay with a strong challenge. Vietnam's players all looking for a booking, and it's something that they are going to get. A yellow card for Tom Hay. No issues for him in terms of a potential suspension for that match against Singapore on Friday. It's his first yellow card of this tournament. 31-year-old. His 20th appearance. He made his debut for Indonesia on the 26th of March 2024 against Vietnam, actually. Played almost all of his professional career in the Netherlands, more than 230 Eredivisie appearances, had a short spell with Lecce in Italy. Joined Persib in August of 2025. Pham Xuan Man. The defensive work by Jenner to recover. Clock. Amat to get rid quickly. It's closing in by Min Tai Lok. Skirito. Could have turned into a useful ball forward. Or Mangoen was offering support. Going to make that run into the channel. All the way to Patrick Lejang. We're talking of Mitchell Baker and the start that he's made up front for Indonesia. A word on Patrick Lejang as well. Frisky Riddle might have been fouled. Whistle has gone. Patrick Lejang, the 33-year-old, has been playing in Vietnam since January 2023. Well, he has kept clean sheets in all of his 3 previous appearances for Vietnam so far. Make it 4 from 4. That would be something. Chong. Sherman. Front feet. And Nylon. Now that freshness certainly playing a big part in Hai Long. Full of running, plenty of pace. It's risky Riddle. Read early once more by Win Tan Chong. Indonesia's first big test of this tournament. Real mountain to climb here in Bogor. He gets the decision. Hai Long. Just left his leg in. Good contact with the shin of Tom Hay. Can even put in some pretty good quality from out wide. Set piece coaches of Vietnam just making a few adjustments. Looks like there's 3 of them. Edge of that technical area. Nice A, bit deeper with that delivery. We want Vietnam. It's it out for a throw-in. Patinama will take quickly. Ramangwen. Riders. Okay. Clock wants it, and he will get it. Tancho away from his penalty area. Been a competitive rivalry, this one between the 2 nations, but at the moment Vietnam are looking very comfortable. Patrick Lejang has not really had much to do just yet. Vietnam cleans up, takes on that responsibility. Back with clock. With those 2 early goals, at least. In fact, some goal-mount action already. Only ever been 2 ASEAN Championship meetings between these teams, which have ended without a goal. December of 2021 and January of 2023. Recent fixtures have generally been decided by fine margins. There's plenty of familiarity between the teams. Just helped raise the profile of that rivalry between the nations. Indonesia having quite a bit of success against Vietnam in 2024 with 3 wins against them, 1 in the Asian Cup, 2 in the World Cup qualifiers. Vietnam. And a little bit of revenge at the 2024 ASEAN Championship. Indonesia just have to try and hang in there here. Get themselves frustrated. Play with that belief that if they get one, they put the pressure on Vietnam. Jenner. Amat. Rizky Ridho. Let's see. Block on his blind side. Hey. Jenner. Back defensive shape from Vietnam. Indonesia, very little space to work with. It's that idea once again, and they're looking to just try and play it through to Eliano Reinders. Split Vin Van Vie and Pham Xuan Man, but it's being read very well and early. Anticipation is top notch from Vietnam's defense. Really been able to get Jamaica into the contest. So you load the ball in defense, in the build-up, in the midfield areas, but the attacking penetration haven't quite found a solution just yet. Jenner to Rizky Ridho. Reinders. Vietnam the lateral shifting at pace. Look at that. Working so hard. Once more, it's something that Kim Sang-sik spoke about. He said, yes, Baker is a threat and we'll have to watch out for him, but it's a team effort. That's what defending is about. Everyone has to play that part, and you just saw it was Nguyen Dinh Bach who actually led the press. Had the trigger, had the cue to step up, and they forced an error from Mark Klopp. Put it straight out. Pham Xuan Man. Came off just before the halftime break against Singapore, and Kim Sang-sik had a frustrated look at Nguyen Dinh Bach. And he's kept his place in the starting lineup, and he's leading the line in the middle of that front three. Here's Win Hai Long. Pham Xuan Man, good ball in! Oh, just wide, that header from Win Tai Lock. Just gets in between Jordi Amat and Shane Patinama. And I think he believes he should have put that away. Oh, what a chance. Would have been his first international goal. Brazilian-born attacking player. Received his citizenship in April of this year. He's been playing Vietnam since July of 2019. On the arm of Nguyen Quang Duc. That's the strength that he has in possession. There's confidence and composure everywhere. The away side. Dialogue. Van V. The option. With high long. Decided to slow it down. 40% possession, 5 attempts. Vietnam. Most importantly, those 2 goals. Querido. Dinama. Way through. Any joy in Indonesia, treating the middle of the pitch, looking for spaces out wide, but so the play out wide hasn't been as effective as I would have liked. It's going to be really interesting to see what they come out with in that second half. What does John Herdman do in the break? Taking charge. Because look at that contact from Patrick Lejang. And it comes sliding out. So Winton Chuk just took it away from him. Is there enough to award a penalty there? That's something that the VAR will certainly be looking at. Indonesia will try their luck, put some pressure on the referee. I don't think it's going to be given. I don't think there's enough in that at all. And on we go, Reinders with the throw. Klopp, back to Reinders. A minimum of 4 minutes to be added on. Adeo. Baker. Offers back. It's not just Herdman, it's the instructor's players. Kim Sang-sik is there as well. Just want more support for Win Van Veen. Eventually he does get it. High long. Certainly impressed in the start that he's been given this evening. Pretty unfortunate, the injuries that he's had in his career. He's had a few serious knee injuries to deal with, which kept him out of the game for quite a bit of 2025. He's back at the pitch there as well. Talk aside to good in possession, exchanging positions with the ball. You see in Vietnam as well, when they don't have it, players who are happy to exchange positions in the defensive phase. You see a central defender step out and then perhaps the Pham Thanh Long drops in. Get the wing back tucking in to cover. Fluid in those aspects. Sherman. all right. Pass like that, especially in the position that Vietnam are in, it allows them to just step forward, try and gain some territory. Dialogue to the challenge strongly. Was clock. Patinama. That's a good ball for Ragnar Mangwen. He's got Baker inside with the cutback. Just behind Mitchell Baker. It wasn't enough on that to find Reinders. Pace from Win Van Vee. So back in. Between Pamungkas. His cross has been deflected. Dealt with by Win Van Vee. To do a lot of work, comes out to meet Reinders. Hey. Still with Hay. That's one for Patrick Lejean to deal with. Goes to Patinama. He set himself up properly for that shot. Flagger stayed down. Alright, Mangwen with the cross. Too low and Vietnam. Relieve the pressure momentarily. Alright, Mangwen with the cross. Again, it's Vietnam. The header away. Reinders. Good shape. One for Baker to attack! Attack it does, but it's wide. First sight, a goal that he has had, Mitchell Baker. Has that height advantage. 0.97 meters. Time that run well. Just going to pick out the far corner. A little bit better from Indonesia. Well, an excellent first half it has been for the away side. Vietnam came into this contest, they said it was must win, and they're halfway there. 2 goals in the opening 45. Win Van Vee with the first in the 6th minute for his 6th international goal, and then Win Hai Long in your picture, the number 18, with the second in the 15th minute. And then they've been so disciplined defensively, and they've been able to shut Indonesia out. Plenty of work to be done by the home side. John Herdman with a big halftime team talk ahead of him. At the break, it is Vietnam 2, Indonesia 0. Half time, Indonesia 0, Vietnam 2. Hahaha, Indonesia masih tertinggal sementara 2-0 atas Vietnam. Vietnam di babak pertama ini unggul guys, 2-0 guys. Bayangkan, apakah Indonesia mampu membalikkan keadaan guys, ataukah sebaliknya Indonesia akan kalah di kandangnya sendiri. Ayo, vamos. Masih setengah main nih guys. Sementara skor masih 0 Indonesia, 2 Vietnam. Sementara ini Indonesia masih kalah dari Vietnam. Mampukah Indonesia membalikkan keadaan guys? Setidaknya Indonesia harus menyamakan kedudukan guys, minimal 2-2 agar Indonesia bisa lolos ke babak selanjutnya guys, dan akan bertemu dengan Singapura guys. Indonesia di kandang Singapura. Akankah Indonesia memenangkan pertandingan, ataukah sebaliknya Indonesia akan loss ini guys? Kalau dari jalannya pertandingan, Indonesia menguasai pertandingan guys. Ball possession 62% Indonesia guys, 38% Vietnam. Dan counter attack, shot on target Indonesia hanya satu guys. Bayangkan, Indonesia hanya mampu shot on target hanya satu. Dari ball possession Indonesia lebih unggul guys, tetapi di finishingnya ball possession Indonesia 62% itu guys, attack 84%, dangerous attack 20%. Shot on target Indonesia hanya satu, Vietnam 3 guys. Shot off target Indonesia 2, Vietnam 1. Indonesia hanya lemah di finishing aja ini guys. Dari dulu ini guys, kendalanya hanya di finishing hanya, dan tidak membuahkan gol ini guys. Di finishing cuma di finishing aja guys. Kalau kesempatan untuk memasukkan ke gawangnya banyak ini guys, tetapi Indonesia hanya mampu target satu ini bisa. Dari segi permainan Indonesia menguasai, tetapi tetap kalah ini guys. Gol Vietnam dicetak oleh Nguyen Van Phi di menit ke-6 dan Nguyen Hai Long di menit ke-15 guys. Untuk kiper Nadio ada Winata, Doni Tripamukas, Jordi Amat, Rizky Ridho, Sani Patinama, Leonel Regender, Ivan Jenner, Tom Haye, Mark Locke, Ratmangun, Mitchell Baker. Sementara di pemangku cadangan Indonesia ada Brian Fatari, Wahyu Prasetyo, Sandi Wallace, Kadek Agung, Egi Maulana Fikri, Cahya Supriyadi, Bekam Putra belum main ini guys, sama Sadil Ramdhani, Rizky Eka Pratama, Muhammad Rehan Hanan, James Raven, Tim Gippen. Sementara pemain Vietnam menurunkan pemain intinya, ada Patrick Legiang, penjaga gawang yang naturalisasi dari Brazil, Huy Hoang Viet Han, Nguyen Van Phi, Nguyen Tan Chung, Nguyen Hai Long, Nguyen Tai Lok, Truoc Tin An, Pan Quang Man,
Lê Tam Tam Long kemudian Huang Duk, kemudian di bak, sementara di bangku cadangan ada Din Quang Kit, Duan Van Hao. Di sini pemain kebanggaan Vietnam, Duan Van Hao udah sembuh dari cedera guys. Ada Duan Van Hao main intinya Vietnam. Nguyen Nam Minh, Hendrio, Kong Min Kia Pao, Rafael Son, Ajera Fernandez, Tam Pia Hung, Nguyen Quang Hai, Tran Viet Chuong Nguyen, Dang Van Lam, Pan Tuan Tai, Le Van Dao. Ya guys, Indonesia kepenyangan pujian semua mulus jadinya banjir gol. Ya guys, ini Indonesia terlalu banyak pujian guys. Lawan sesungguhnya Indonesia itu ya Vietnam, Thailand, musuh bebuyutan Indonesia dua itu guys, Vietnam sama Thailand. Tetapi pas era Sintayong dulu pas kualifikasi Piala Dunia, Indonesia pernah mengalahkan Vietnam di kandang Vietnam 2-0 guys. Dulu itu pas zamannya Sintayong. Update nih guys. Tunggu saja ini guys. Di babak kedua guys, John Hedman gimana ini guys? Mampukah membalikan keadaan ini guys, ataukah sebaliknya ini Indonesia akan hancur? Era Sintayong udah ke Persija. Masih skor 2-0 Vietnam. Sintayong prediksi 3-0, malah nambah bang 3-0. Waduh. Malah dukung Vietnam ini guys. Gimana lagi ya. Pemain intinya Sandy Wallace bermain ini guys, sama Chen Raven. Tentu saja babak kedua guys. Kipernya seharusnya Cahya Supriyadi guys. Malah Nadewan Gabinata. Aduh. Mungkin Sandy Wallace babak kedua akan main nih guys. Bisa jadi. 1000 kali masih bagus Sintayong. Fans Sintayong ini. Sintayong udah pernah ngalahin Vietnam di kandang Vietnam guys, dulu di kualifikasi Piala Dunia emang. Tapi dulu pelatihnya bukan ini, siapa? Yang dari Vietnam yang sekarang, Kim San-sek. Bukan, pelatihnya dulu bukan ini, tapi pas Sintayong ngalahin Vietnam di kandang Vietnam 2-0. Kim Sang-sik, bukan Kim Sang-sik dulu. Tunggu saja kejutannya. Adriano. Maklok sama Jordi Ahmad ini guys, kalau menurut saya harus diganti guys. Sama sering blunder itu Jordi Ahmad ini ya. Pemain udah tua ini, eranya udah ganti guys. Soalnya performanya udah berkurang. Dari segi permainan Jordi Ahmad juga udah kurang ini. Eliano Legender. Eliano nggak bisa lari kayak bebek larinya. Ini babak kedua akan segera mulai guys. Orang tahun kalau sama Jordi ya, kalau menurut saya sih udah eranya udah berubah gitu. Jordi sama Marco ya. Kalau menurut saya sih itu gabungnya kurang.
Welcome back to Pakansari Stadium here in Bogor. Second half is underway. ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026. There's a fixture between Vietnam and Indonesia, and it's Vietnam leading by 2-0. It has been the perfect away performance so far. An opening goal in the 6th minute from Win Van V. And then in the 15th, they added a second through Win Hai Long. And they really were solid defensively in that first half, and they'll be looking for more of the same in this second. It's down to Indonesia to try and find those solutions. I saw one, perhaps just that one good opportunity from Mitchell Baker with the header. He rose above Vietnam's defence, meeting a cross from Reinders, but he just couldn't hit the target. It was just one of Indonesia's two attempts. They created just two opportunities with 61% ball possession in that first half. It'll be a foul on Jenna. Vietnam, on the other hand, 39% possession, 5 attempts, 3 on target. Scored 2 of those. Those finishes were really expertly taken. Min Hong Duk. Up. Was he fouled? Yes, says the referee. From left to right on your screens for this second half. Well, prior to their meeting here, Indonesia had conceded just once against Vietnam across their last 4 meetings. Indonesia winning 3 of those. Vietnam with the 1 victory. Indonesia having about 45 minutes or so to try and rescue this. They've never lost to Vietnam in the ASEAN Championship at home.
Sandy Wallace kita belum masuk nih guys. Aduh. Sandy Wallace guys. Masuk.
Incredibly, the last time Indonesia beat Vietnam in the ASEAN Championships was back in 2016 here at this venue as well. That goes sailing well over from Wing Tai Lock. Tan Chong gets there. Kim Sang-sik, he wanted his defensive unit to remain compact, and that is exactly what they've done. Bin Bak chases this down as well. Van Vee, Shen Man. That's going to be done by Kim. He gets the foul as well. He knew he was under pressure. The first time touch out wide.
Masih ada satu pertandingan lawan Singapura guys. Singapura.
Just the one booking so far for Tom Hay. Mark Klopp and Obajena keep things moving along in central midfield for Indonesia. It's not been an issue for them progressing it from the first phase to the second phase into those midfield areas, but in the attack, that's when they've really found it difficult. Play those penetrative passes, get the lanes open. Min Hai Long.
Saksikan guys besok Bandung melawan Jakarta.
Number 18 for Vietnam.
Besok guys.
As part of the 2024 title winning squad. Played 90 minutes in their 1-0 win against
guys, besok guys.
Indonesia at that tournament.
Saksikan besok Persib Bandung Persija Jakarta besok guys.
Scored an international goal recently prior to this one here against Indonesia. That came in March against Bangladesh.
Persib Bandung besok guys lawan Persija. Ada Sintayong.
This touch is off him. Well defended by Shane Patinama. Patinama came on against Timor-Leste and scored in the second half. His second international goal. His first since November 2023. Professor scratching his head. Struggling to find that formula at the moment is Tom Hay. Sends it long for Bin Bak, coming back from an offside position. Starting to get frustrated as well. The pace of play from the home side. They are being forced all the way back to Nadeo. Van Duk. Min Hai Long. Slices off the forehead. A great clearance. Vietnam keep the pressure on. Positioning themselves high up the pitch. Chong Tin Ang floats it in. It's easy for Nadeo Argawinata. Good height for goalkeepers. Tan Chong, big defensive header. Second ball won by Le Pham Tan Long. Timing of the header He's giving up quite a bit in terms of that height difference with Tom Hay. Block with the challenge. What a start to the second half from Vietnam, by the way. Say from them, if you're playing away from home, leading by 2-0, it might be a temptation to just sit back and invite that pressure. But they are actually the side pushing on, looking for another goal. This is such a good change of approach, and it seems to be catching out Indonesia at the moment. With pace, Patinama with the flick on. Kamshanman. Get it back from Lepang Tanong. Win high on. Just a reminder for you as well that Vietnam have To Phong Hen, Win Chon Son, and Win Quang Hai on the bench. Three taken out the starting lineup, being given a rest. Kim Sang-sik making the decision to take off. Win Chun Son might have been met with some surprise, but he's the way it's going anyway. He looks to have played this brilliantly with the speed that he has up front. Could have been in his thinking, I'm sure. Jordi Amat. Okay. No way, says Win Tang Chung. That's Patinama. Jenna. It's it again. Jenna, and he'll get it. We've seen much impact from him on that left side. He's been kept quiet. We've really seen Eliano Reinders make some headway. That right side for Indonesia. Been able to make much use of their left flank. Clock. 33-year-old, his 24th appearance for Indonesia. Moved to the country in 2017 to play for PSM Makassar. Spent 3 years there and then played for Persija before joining Persib in June of 2021. An Indonesian citizen in November 2020. Scored 2 goals at the 2022 ASEAN Championship. Jenny clock both very deep as Patinama pushes forward. Chopped into the area. This should be straightforward for Patrick Lejang. And it is. Currently plays for Ho Chi Minh City. Received his Vietnamese citizenship in January of this year. He was actually a former Slovakia youth international from under 18 to under 21 level. Chance here perhaps for Indonesia. What a block from Huy Hoàng Việt Anh. So a sustained spell of possession for Indonesia, almost leading to an opportunity. That will give them some encouragement. Certainly heard the reaction from the crowd. I want to see more of that. Here's Jenna. Very happy to allow the play to continue. Indonesia stay in possession. Donny Tripa Bungkas drops into that half space. Again, Huy Hoàng Việt Anh comes sliding in. There's Jenna, clean challenge. No problems with that. Both players going for it. through, Tom Hay. Indonesia preparing a couple of changes. Just looking at Jens Raven. One of those getting ready to come on. More firepower in attack. Problems with those possession numbers. They're not quite happy there with the 40%. Still with the 6 attempts. 3 of those on target. 2 goals. Reinders. Just hit wide. It's driven across to Donny Tripamungkas. Down to Hay! You can see what he was trying to do with that, Tom Hay. He's looking to curl it towards that far post. Didn't get the contact he was looking for. No real trouble for Patrick Lejang in the end. Goalkeeper made his Vietnam debut against Myanmar in the friendly on the 18th of last month before their ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026 opener against Timor-Leste. Yes, Patinama, some confusion. It's Donny Tripamungkas who's making the run inside. Patinama was saying, well, you're supposed to stay out wide. Thought that was the run you were going to make. So, looking at Beckham Putra. Getting ready to come on here for Indonesia. That's that count from the referee, 5 seconds, a visible 5-second count for the goal kick. So if the goalkeeper doesn't take it within that count, the referee can turn possession over and give a corner. But change in the laws of the game into effect, just to try and speed up football matches. Similar sort of thing as well with the players who go down will go across and ask if they need treatment, because if they do, they have to go out and stay off the pitch for a minute, and that is something that teams will want to avoid. So that's why you see on a number of occasions players going down, referee goes across, says a word, and you see the player very quickly, very shortly after that, he's back up on his feet. Jenny Baker, gonna touch it on. Ramangwan wasn't quite there, and Van V can clear. Minutes gone. It's Shane Patinama. Hey, with the switch. Ramangwan whipped in. Shenman, easy clearance. There's some space for Vietnam to work with here on the transition. Within back, back to Le Pham Tan Long. Clever ball. A really smart pass out wide to Chong Tae Ngan. Min Tai Lok. Leaves it for Win Hong Duc. Min Tai Lok. Oh, look at how he's holding on to possession here in Vietnam. Jeddah stepping out to try and press. Hayes there as well. Klopp joins in, but Le Pham Tan Long just says, I'll go to the other side and I'll send it back if I need to. We're going to see a double change for Vietnam as well. But Win Chun Son and Phil Hong Pen standing on the sidelines, ready to come on and make an impact. It's gone a little bit quiet here. Sorry Stadium, but you can understand it. They need something, they need a lift from somewhere. Gets winded back, races into the area. Was he pushed by a mark? No, the officials are happy with that. Real complaints from Winding Bak as well. That should be checked and cleared. Pressure on Hay. Forces him to put it out. So here are the changes for Vietnam, and Win Tai Lok is going to be coming off. Number 18, Win Hai Long as well. So we will see the introduction of Do Hong Hen and the 12, Win Chun Son. Not bad, eh? Being able to call upon Win Chun Son and Do Hong Hen from the bench. Win Chun Son picking up his 12th cap for Vietnam. For Do Hong Hen, it's his 6th. Got 3 goals from his 5 previous appearances. Win Chun Son is in behind. Flag is down. No. Well, the flag has gone up, sparing his blushes. Almost. Chance to get his name on the score sheet straight away. Just offside, I think. Doesn't matter anymore. He didn't do his part. Have to finish that. He's been excellent since receiving his Vietnamese citizenship in September of 2024 in Truan Son. Gone to play for Vietnam at the 2024 ASEAN Championship, made his international debut there. He scored 7 goals in his 5 appearances at that tournament. Finished as top scorer and MVP. Danger here for Vietnam's defense, and it's Baker once more. So while that is going on, Indonesia are preparing a triple change now. Morat Manguin is one of the 3 players set to come off. Clock as well. And Raven is on, Beckham Putra, and we're going to see Tim Hypens coming on as well for Indonesia. Triple change. Looking for a turnaround in fortunes, Indonesia. Beckham Putra, Jens Raven, and Tim Hypens. All 3 of them coming on. Only 3 Pamungkas, Ratna, Morat Manguin, and Mark Klopp have been replaced. It's a recent addition to the international setup at senior level for Indonesia. He made his debut against Timor-Leste in that match. Let's see what that triple change will do for the home side. Reinders has been able to work a corner. Jens Ravens, another young talent. So decent height, 20 years of age. So another one who made his senior debut at this tournament when he came on in the second half against Cambodia. They scored in that match after replacing Baker. Joined Bali United in July of last year. So lots of pressure in the 6-yard box. It's been headed clear. And the noise from the crowd is back. They're looking to do their part to try and lift spirits. Shift that energy from the stands onto the pitch. Rizky Ridho. Malaysia with more ball possession, more fouls conceded, 8-5. Here's Beckham Putra. It's Raven. Here's Do Hong Hen. Onto his left foot. Try and curl that. Past Nadeo Argawinata. He spent several years of his youth career developing in Spain with Barcelona and Real Betis. Do Hong Hen playing mostly in Spain and Portugal prior to his move to Binh Dinh in Vietnamese football in January of 2021. Joined IFC in July of last year after featuring for Nam Dinh. They actually scored 11 goals, after 9 assists in 19 V-League 1 appearances. Scored twice in that match against Timor-Leste. Mount to Hay. It's dropped in to more of a central position. Patinama. Swept out to Reinders. Forced inside. It's been taken back for Vietnam by Trong Tiên An. Do Hong Hen. Here is Win Chan Son. Strong save from Nadeo. Threat on the break. Powerful shot from Win Chan Son. He's up to it, not beaten at his near post this time. Nadeo Argawinata. As he was for those first two goals. Win Van V made the open in the 6th minute. Win Hai Long then in the 15th. Two really well-crafted goals. And expertly taken. It's been another masterclass in midfield. Vietnam's number 14. Look at that. Run and pass through. Win Chan Son with the chance! And he makes no mistake this time. And that should be it for Vietnam. Well, he's done his part, he's put that away. The flag stayed down all the way through. That's a good composed finish by Win Chan Son. But the run from Win Hoang Duc was just extraordinary to set it up. Went past something like 4 players before releasing Win Chan Son. So the 29-year-old, if that stands, has just scored his 13th goal for Vietnam on his 12th appearance. Oh dear. So a bit of a nervous wait here. Probably more so for Indonesia than Vietnam. I'll be hoping he was offside. It looks like it's going to be given. Yes, it is. So Win Chan Son with another international goal. And he didn't score against Singapore. And he hasn't yet gone consecutive matches in his career without scoring, so that won't happen. He finished that 2024 tournament as top scorer and MVP, but he also fractured his right tibia and fibula in the second leg of the final against Thailand, so he's had a bit of a long road back to recovery. But really, when he came back with a bang. And for Namdin, his club, in all competitions, he scored 67 goals in 79 appearances. Also scored 7 goals in 5 ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup appearances last season. Vietnam at 3 goals to the good. Amat. Tan Chong. It's winded back. Minutes for him. Singh much happier with his performance this evening. He's kept it simple. Been that link play in the attack. As Tan Long goes down. He's had a very good game as well, the number 8. Placing Win Kwang Hai in that partnership with Win Hong Duk. Chung. Great accuracy. A long pass forward into Incheon Son. Risky Rido. Too much. Pass forward for Raven. Vietnam, I think, giving us all a brilliant example of how to play well away from home. It's been an almost perfect, it's an almost perfect away performance. There's a booking here. Looks like it's for Eva Jenna. Thing is, they've limited the opportunities for Indonesia as well. It's not a case here of a side sitting back and hoping the opposition misses chances. They haven't allowed Indonesia many clear-cut opportunities. That's the kind of control you can show in a game of football, even if you don't have the majority of the ball. Steps into midfield. Hey, quickly on to Beckham Putra. Still with Beckham. Hey, Jenna. Dinama. Floated in. Patrick takes charge. Beckham though. Almost thought about the shots. Come back down. Hypens. Perhaps it was on his right foot. Back as he hit that. Technique was all over the place with that one. Goalkeeper was well off his line, so what an effort. Tim Hypens, a 21-year-old, through the youth system of FC Twente. Recently joined Bali United, the Indonesian Super League. After his time at FC Emmen came to an end. Pick up 2026. Super fixture. Place in the semi-finals at stake in the key moments of the group stage. The pressure is on. This is where the big names, the big players rise above, and Vietnam have really delivered under the pressure of needing a win this evening. Raven. Tan Chong. Coming together, decision has gone the way of the home side. looking to attack this delivery from Hay. Shots on. The header. Head of Patrick Deja. Back on Putra. Flying for that. Using any sort of control. Windenbach can break away into the box. Windenbach. And find a way past Nadeo Arga Winata this time. Now it's been thrown out. Left by Beka Putra. Was going for it. All going wrong for Indonesia. There's plenty of excitement around the ground. There were fireworks outside the venue in the lead up to this match. People gathering, fans gathering in good spirits. And it's filled up very nicely, and there was a great atmosphere early on. It's a credit to Vietnam for that early goal in the 6th minute. Just to try and take that intensity out from the crowd. They've stayed in charge since then. Look at where Hong Vietnam is. It's hard to stay up the pitch. It's gone down with cramp, which you can understand. Comes off the boot of Hong Hen. Cut by Patinama. There's Baker. It looked like it might have been fouled on the way through. It's being held back up by Win Tan Chong. I don't think Baker really appealed too much as well. No, there wasn't enough there. I thought there might have just been a clip. No, there's nothing there. It's a dive from Baker. It's a desperate attempt to try and win a penalty. Listen, he's trying his best for his team, for his nation. Mitchell Baker. Changes for Vietnam. Win Nat Min and number 5, Don Van Hao. On with Hong Vietnam and Vinh Van Vi have come off. An excellent shift by both those players. To be fair, you can say that about everyone in a Vietnam shirt this evening. A very popular figure around these parts is Don Van Hao. One of the characters of ASEAN football. If you're a fan, if you follow it, you know all about Don Van Hao and his history. It's parcel of what makes ASEAN football just so wonderful. Intense rivalries, yes, but you've also got these personalities across the various nations. The characters that have come through the years. So Hyundai Cup 2026 celebrating 30 years of ASEAN football. This tournament, the jewel in the crown of ASEAN football. Vietnam are on their way towards creating history. They are looking at their first away win against Indonesia in the ASEAN Championship. Dinama. Risky Eka Pratama has come on for Indonesia. will again deliver. Put pressure on Patrick Lezang. From Shanman, good defensive header away. Oh, look at him go. Turns on the afterburners, accelerates onto that, wind in back. No foul. Reinders inside after the introduction of Risky. Opens. Beckham. In case you're wondering, that is how it's pronounced in these parts. Beckham instead of Beckham. So this one has gotten away from Indonesia. For Vietnam, a matter of just seeing this one out. They've actually got a nice group of supporters here. Well, it's a small group of supporters, but they've been pretty vocal. Every time they've tried to get a cheer going, Indonesian fans around them to drown them out. The upper tiers of the venue here. They'll be pleased with what they've seen this evening. The Mylong Chanson. Reinders for the head of Raven, but he was marked well by Don Van Hau. There is Win Kong Hai. Making his 81st appearance for Vietnam in place of Win Hong Duc. Another spectacular, masterful display by Vietnam's number 14 in midfield. Real general in the middle of the park. As the technician, Win Kong Hai comes on. Decent ball through. Proactive goalkeeping from Patrick Lezang. Sections of the Indonesian support, credit to them, they're still singing. Still making themselves heard. Indonesia will have to think about their next fixture now, which is against Singapore, away from home. 7th. Opens. The late run on the far side from Risky Eka Pratama. Save from Patrick Lezang. Good pick up by Opens. Explosive leap from Risky. Heads it back down, which is textbook. What you want to do. Patrick Lezang, strong in goal once again. much to do against Singapore as well, up until the closing stages of that contest when he made a big save for Jacob Mahler, I think. Jenna. Look at the closing down from Vietnam. 3 goals up. Well on their way towards maximum points. And they're still pressing, they're still closing, and they're still streaming forward, looking for another. To Hong Hen. Din Bak. Gives and goes. That's for the next option. From Shenman. It's going to be taken by Win Nhat Min. Beckham. Risky. It's been pretty lively since his introduction. Not risky. Let's hit again. Minimum of 3 minutes to be added on. Appointments. Hey. There's Reinders. Patinama. Indonesia getting ready to make another substitution. Rehan Hanan. Be the player to come on. Number 18 has gone up. So Iva Jenna is the player who's been taken off. So he's gone out on the far side. It's allowed Rehan Hanan to come on. Good defensive header away. Shot on once more. So Vietnam with this win will go top of the group. Ahead of Singapore on goal difference. Vietnam now after 10 goals that they scored at this competition, yet to concede. A proper machine. Conceded in the last 11 internationals, and that unbeaten run is going to stretch to 21. And in that 21 match unbeaten run, they will have won 18. Singapore, by the way, stopping a streak of 15 successive victories for Vietnam. They're back on track with the 3 points here. It's going to stay close and compact in Group A with the top 3. And just a point is going to be separating Vietnam, Singapore, and Indonesia. They have done it. The away side with a perfect away performance. 3 goals, a clean sheet, and incredible control. They have denied Indonesia at Pakansari Stadium in Bogor. Win van V with the opener in the 6th minute. Win Hai Long with the second in the 15th. And then Win Shanson came on and added a third. The triple win, 3 points for Vietnam. And they go top of Group A with this result. The final score from this fixture, the ASEAN Youth Cup 2026, is Vietnam 3, Indonesia 0.
Ampas Indonesia. Mosok kalah 3-0 di kandangnya sendiri. Ya. Terlalu banyak pujian. Kayak kualifikasi Piala Dunia. Banyak pujian di akhir-akhir melempem. Nah, payah ini guys. Makanya kalau lagi menang jangan banyak pujian, jangan dibangga-banggakan guys. Belum kita ketemu Thailand, belum kita ketemu Malaysia. Senior, terminado, finish, final, Indonesia 0, Vietnam 3. Senior, terminado, Indonesia 0, Vietnam 3. Taidok, famos, Taidok, hula. Vietnam, Ghana, Vietnam 3, Indonesia 0. Terminado. Sampai jumpa besok. Good night. See you. Besok ada pertandingan yang sangat seru. Persija Jakarta melawan Persib Bandung. Dan dilanjutkan oleh Arema FC melawan Persebaya Surabaya di semifinal Piala Presiden. Sampai jumpa besok. Besok ada pertandingan yang lebih menarik. Dan besok ada pertandingan. Filipina melawan Thailand besok guys, dan Myanmar kontra Laos besok. Jangan lupa besok.